It was really cool. We had a virtual ceremony in Washington, D.C. We had the Secretary of State, high-ranking senators. It was really amazing to be recognized on this new stage. I am the person I am today from what I've learned from the Congressional Award.
How's this for goals? Torrance teen resident Harry Kaplan has done something most adults can't say they've done. The South High senior recently received the Congressional Award Gold Medal, the highest honor a member of the United States Senate or House of Representatives can bestow on a youth civilian. And yes, Harry got it, rather earned it with a lot of determination, grit, and hard work. Harry, winning the Congressional Award Gold Medal is not an easy thing to do. Why go down that path?
Yeah, so great question, Leslie. It started when I was in 7th grade. It's been a long process since then, and I've had a terrific experience. It's provided me guidelines for me to follow, and I've grown a lot in the process.
That process can't be easy. Walk me through that.
So it's comprised of 1,200 hours of service in 4 program areas of the Congressional Award. There's voluntary service, personal development, exploration, and physical fitness. For each one, they are comprised of different activities, which I do. So in physical fitness, I was a fencer and learned how to ice skate. And then within volunteering, I was part of a community helpline in my community, as well as on the Torrance City Council. For fencing, I've been fencing since the age of 9. I went to the European Maccabi Games, fencing for the country of Poland. I'm a dual citizen myself, and it's one of the largest athletic events in Europe. There's 3,000 athletes from over 30 countries. I was the team captain of the Polish team, and I actually won 2 silver medals and a bronze medal.
How did you fit in ice skating and all of that?
Yeah, that was a fun father-son activity. We did it every Saturday for around a year.
And then how did you find the time to do everything else?
It's been since 7th grade, so it's been a really big process since then. It's finding times after school, finding times on the weekends. It's been very busy, but it's been great.
So how did you keep track of everything?
So it's actually all by myself, as I would keep my own hours tallied, and throughout the whole process I had to be really organized, mark down, after every single activity, after every single event I did. I've just been chipping away at it day by day, week by week, and month by month. It's a lot about multitasking. I'd be eating dinner and doing calculus homework at the same time, or I'd be in the car listening to a podcast to learn more about public policy.
Speaking of calculus, how did you even find time for your homework?
That's a very good question, one that I still ask today. I'm really just gotta sit down, nail out all of your homework, and then on to the next thing. And then when you get home, there's still more work to be done.
And when you get home, you do sleep, right?
Sometimes. It's all on Google Calendars, I'll tell you that. I'll have 12 different times of who's picking me up and where we're going. It's definitely been a godsend being able to drive for myself.
But before you were able to drive, how did you even maintain all of this?
Yeah, I'd be hitching rides from friends, having my parents coming back and forth from work. Really appreciate everyone who helped me get here. From driving me around all across the city every day, every week. I'm really grateful for my mom and dad. Love them dearly.
Tell me how your parents have inspired you to even take something like this on.
My parents have always been, first comes academics, then comes the community. And from there, it's all about doing what you can to make it a better place, because what are we going to leave behind other than the people we've met and the people we've impacted?
You are not the first person in your family to even get this award. Your 2 siblings before you got it as well. So did you want to just follow in their footsteps, or you actually wanted to see if you can do it too?
Yeah, it was a really big challenge. I saw what they did, how they impacted the community, and I saw it and I said, I want to do that too. And after so many hours, after years upon years of serving the community, learning new skills, delving into new parts of my life, it's been truly inspirational.
What kind of advice did they pass on to you?
They talked a lot about just doing it one step at a time, being calm, never taking on too much, but not forgetting what you're supposed to do.
Talk about those steps. Were there any that were easier than others? Were there some times you just wanted to say, I cannot go on anymore?
Not at all. Our family's really big. We always cheer each other on when there's a day where it's getting tough, where it's getting long. There have been times where I volunteered 9 hours straight on a community helpline, and that's tough emotional work, but afterwards we would debrief, maybe get some ice cream, and then we'd be ready for the next day.
Now talk about that helpline. I know that's something that really hit you hard.
Yeah, so it's truly been a learning experience. I've really learned that you can't really judge a book by its cover. There's so much going beneath the surface that it's once you start delving into it, you can really find new things you never expected. I started with the community helpline freshman year of high school. I saw it, and then the second I said is, that's how I can help the community. And that's where I'm supposed to be, and I'm still with them today. I'm volunteered over 400 hours with them. I've been a trainer. I teach classes with them now, helping train the new set of mentees.
What do you take away from something like that? You're a senior in high school, and yet that's a role that most adults maybe would shy away from.
Yeah, so what I take from it is just kind of being calm, being a friend when needed, and always being able to listen.
Well, you say the word friend. You are a senior at South High School. You have tons of friends here, so what do they think about your accomplishment?
For my friends, it's never really been about it. I don't brag too much. I don't talk about it that often. It kind of just happened a little bit suddenly and very fast.
What do you do with your friends outside of keeping track of the goal of this award?
I go to the football games. I dress up for the Spirit Days. You'll often see me with face paint, all decked out in green, ready for the South High football game.
So you have the fun side too.
Of course.
How do you have time for the fun side?
Gotta play it by ear. Sometimes I'll be running from a shift at work from the community helpline and going right to the football game, putting face paint on in the car, getting ready to go.
Talk about being busy. During this time, Harry also learned he became a National Merit semifinalist. The Congressional Award was first established in 1979 by Congress to recognize initiative, service, and achievement in our youth 14 to 24 years old. Depending on how much time and dedication is put in, an individual could earn one of 3 medals: bronze, silver, or gold. The program is nonpartisan, voluntary, and non-competitive. What would you say was the most rewarding part of the process?
So one of the most rewarding parts, it actually took place in this library right here. It's when I tutored students from South High School. I'd tutor them with the California Scholarship Federation. I'd teach them math, science, chemistry, Japanese, and it was really amazing to see when people would grow and when they got better day after day.
Okay, that was the most rewarding part. What was the most challenging part of this process?
So the most challenging part was by far at the community helpline. I'd be dealing with active suicide calls, people with depression, going through really big crises in their life.
And one of the activities that you did to get this award was joining the Torrance Youth Council, and I know that is something really dear to your heart.
Yeah, I've been with the Torrance Youth Council for the last 3 years. I'm now vice chair on the council, working with the city, working with students from every single school. We're just starting out our term this year, and we have a lot of big events for the city.
As we've been talking about, you are a senior here at South, which means next year we head off to university. How is that process going? Have you selected where you'd like to go?
Yeah, so 4-year university for me, looking into an economics and public policy major. Really want to dive into analyzing, public policy in an economic perspective. And then from there, I don't know where I'm going. It's a big question for the future.
Politics in your future, perhaps?
I won't show any cards right now, but I'll keep my options open.